gotta record. All right, so we're recording now. So we've talked about vocabulary, geometry vocabulary. And I'm going to show you this presentation mode. Just to review quickly, right? This is a line. We know that because of the arrows. And we know that because of the arrows showing that it is going on forever. Oh, I don't know how to do it now. The bottom where it says KS, that's a line segment. The dots or points on the end tell us that it's just a specific length or part of the line, okay? We name the line with the letters, okay? So we name it like line PK, and we would write that with the line over the top of the two letters, okay? So this is a ray. It's got a point, a fixed point on one end, and then the arrow showing that the other side is going to go on indefinitely, right? That means it's going to go on forever. Right, and here, this dot, does anyone remember what it's called? Unmute yourself and tell me what it's called. Right here where my red dot is. Anybody know? That's a point. It's a specific point in time. All right. These two lines that are right next to each other are parallel lines. They never cross. They go on in the same direction with the same spacing apart forever. These two line segments are intersecting lines, so they do cross. And these intersecting lines are perpendicular. They cross and make exactly perfect right angles, right? Perfect 90-degree angles. This image represents a plane, right? It kind of looks like a piece of paper, but a plane is a flat surface that goes on forever. Right? So I'm showing you a picture of something that you might see in real life. So I want you to unmute your screen if you can tell me what is that in real life, and then what geometry word would we use to describe it?
Lines on the road.
Okay, so they're like the same.
Yeah, the lines on the road.
Good job, Dallas. Yes. And what geometry word describes those lines on the road?
Parallel lines.
Parallel lines. Very good. Absolutely. All right. So what's this next image look like?
Parallel
Tower lines that are crossing each other.
Okay, so power lines that are crossing each other. Good. And what geometry word would we use to describe those lines? And there's actually a couple of words that we can use. If you're just joined us, I muted everyone when you joined, but you can unmute and join our conversation. So there's a couple of ways that you can describe those lines. Uh-oh, I showed you the next picture on accident. So here, if you're looking at
train tracks.
Yeah, I'm going to go back. I want you to look at this picture. If you're looking at these power lines and how they're like this part that I'm showing you with the red pointer, right? Those are parallel, right? Those lines are never going to cross each other. If they do, then it's very bad for the electricity, right? But you also can see intersecting, right, where the two different power lines cross over each other. They're never going to touch. So you're seeing a couple of different intersecting lines, but also some parallel lines.
Train tracks.
Alice, you told me what this was. What was it?
Train tracks.
Train tracks. And what geometry word would we use to describe those train tracks?
It would be the I forgot the name, but it's the ones that intersect.
That's exactly the word, intersecting lines. Perfect word, Dallas. Right? So they're not perpendicular, they're not at a right angle, but they do cross each other. So they're intersecting. And then here is our last picture. What is that?
That's a sign on the road.
It's a road sign. And what does it mean? Anybody know? This is a little driver's ed for you, just to get you ready for it.
Is it you can only go straight?
So that
Oh, I know.
Left and right.
okay.
I
Savannah,
know.
help Dallas out. He got us to a road sign.
There's it's like an intersection.
Yes, so that sign on the road is saying there's an intersection coming. What kind of intersection is it gonna, what did I just do? Sorry guys, clicking things. What kind of intersection is it gonna be? Based on the sign.
A four-way intersection.
Okay, a four-way intersection, and the roads are perpendicular. So they're going to cross exactly straight and make a 90-degree angles, right? Make straight corners. That's the perpendicular intersection or perpendicular lines on this road sign. Good. All right. What about this one?
That's what we just saw.
So it looks like it's like exactly a perpendicular or a intersection of perpendicular lines, just like the road sign.
It's highways.
Yeah, yeah. It looks like at least multi-lane surface streets. Yeah, it looks like not just little curvy roads, huh? All right. What about that?
A window.
It looks like windows or doors.
Right, so it looks like either doors with windows or just regular sized windows. We don't know exactly the size. Good. And what geometry words can you see here?
Rectangles.
Okay, so we see the rectangles, right? That's a plane. Those rectangles, right? They have a starting and stopping point, but it's a flat surface. What else?
Hey, they have most of them film on that.
Anybody else? So there are line segments, right, where the window, like the wooden strips in between the windows, the window panes, those are line segments. There's a starting point and a stopping point to those straight pieces of wood that separate the panes of glass, right? What about this one?
More train tracks.
More train tracks.
Railroad tracks.
Yep, the parallel lines, right? There's parallel lines on the metal bars and then also on the wooden slats. Good. Ooh.
Floors.
Floor.
It does look like a floor. And what kind of math word or geometry vocabulary word could we use to describe this very flat floor? That looks like it goes on forever.
I don't want to say a pattern.
There's a pattern on the floor, that checkered pattern. right? So that flat floor is a plane, right? It's a plane. Good. All right, we talked about the angles, right? When an angle is less than 90 degrees, it's a cute little angle, right? That is an acute angle. When an angle is more than 90 degrees, right?
It's
Kind of a fat angle, it's obtuse. And when it's perfectly straight up and down 90 degrees, that is a right angle. Right, acute. That looks almost like a right angle, but we don't have the little square in the corner to tell us for sure. This next one was acute. Ooh, what about this one? Anybody tell me what this one is?
Right.
That I'm circling with my red
That's
laser pointer?
All right.
It looks kind of fat to be a right angle. Obtuse. Oh, and here's a little one. Acute, thank you. And one more. Who said it? That's obtuse. Oh, now let's think about comparing. So if you have an angle that's 28 degrees, is that more or less than 90 degrees?
Less.
Less. So if it's less than 90 degrees, what kind of angle would it be?
Acute.
Acute, right? A little one. This next number is exactly 90 degrees.
So that'd be a what?
So what kind of angle is that going to be?
Right angle.
A right angle, yeah, the one that's straight up and down. This third one is 110 degrees. That's more or less than 90.
It's obtuse.
It's obtuse, good. It's more than 90, so it's obtuse. What about this one, 89?
Obtuse.
Acute.
Obtuse.
89, is that more or less than 90?
Less.
Acute.
It's
Yeah,
less. It's
acute.
It's, if you drew this, it would almost look like a 90-degree angle because it's only 1 degree away from being 90 degrees.
It's almost right angle.
But you would not see the little square in the corner, so you would know that it was acute. What about this one, 13 degrees?
Acute.
Acute, that's a little one. It's a cute little skinny angle. And what about 52 degrees?
Acute.
52.
Acute. And 165 degrees?
Obtuse.
I said it.
Obtuse, right? That is getting pretty close to being a straight angle. Good. Let's check our work and see if we were right. Nicely done, guys. Okay. All right. I want to share one more thing with you. We're going to do a quick number talks before I drop off, but I got to find my file.
What?
Oh, you guys, there you are. Hey guys. Here we go. Okay.
That's 40.
Right, so we've been talking about friendly numbers when we do number talks, but I want to talk about doubles or near doubles and using what you know about doubling kind of basic numbers to help you when you're talking about larger numbers. So I heard someone say really quickly when they saw the screen, that's 40, right?
That's me.
Plus
I
20,
said it.
awesome, is 40. How did you know that, Nia?
Because two plus 2 is 4, and 0 plus 0 is 0.
Good, so you knew 2 plus 2 was 4. Uh-oh, what did I just do? So sorry, guys. You knew 2 plus 2 is 4, and 40.
What?
Well, I was going to try to write on this, but it's not working for me. So stick with me. And 40, and then, so 20 plus 20 is 40. All right, so let's talk about some strategies when you see this. I'd love to see lots of folks joining me. So when you see 19 plus 19, I'm going to scroll through here and see who's ready to tell me what that is. I hope everyone is working that out with the strategy.
I know the answer.
Me too.
All right. 19 plus 19.
I know the answer.
All right. Dallas, what's 19 plus 19?
You what?
I got it.
20.
20. What?
What? You said 19.
19 plus 19. Hayden, what is it?
Oh,
38.
what?
19 and 19 is 38.
30.
Okay. So how did you know that, Hayden?
I added it.
You
I did 10 plus 10, and then I added one on. I split the. I kept 1 9, and then I took one from the other 9, and then I added that. That gets you to
so
10 plus 10 is 20, and
okay.
then you add one more 9 is 30, and then I added the rest, and then you get 38.
Okay, so you said 10 plus 10 is 20. 20 plus 9 is 29.
No, I said I took one from the other 9, and then
Oh,
it
to make it
10.
to make it 10. Okay. So 20 plus 10 is 30 plus 8 because you borrowed. Okay. Good. Anybody else do it differently? Anybody else do it differently than Hayden?
38.
Now, when we're in class, lots of folks want to tell me how their math strategies. So another way, who else has one? Lots of cameras off. Okay. So I've also had folks in the past say, well, I know 19 is 1 away from 20, right? So 20 plus 20 was 40. And each of those 19s is 1 away from 20. So I can take 20 and back off 2 or subtract 2 and then get 38.
Yeah.
Right? Just another way to do that. All right, what about 19 plus 18?
19 plus 18.
19. I know the answer.
37.
Okay, Hayden, I saw your hand. Savannah, I see your hand. All right, Savannah, give me a answer and a strategy.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Never mind. I couldn't answer it.
I did 9 plus 8.
You see, you don't have to do it.
I did 9 plus 8, which is
She.
7. Man, I forgot.
You're right. 9 plus 8 is 17. Then
17.
Okay.
And then I did
It's fine.
the 10 plus 10, which is 20. And then I added 17 plus 20, which is 37.
Okay. Elijah, I saw you raise your hand. Do you have a strategy?
Yes.
Okay, so tell me what it is.
I did
Elijah, where'd you go? All right, I don't want to cut you off, Elijah, but I'm not sure what happened to you. All right, Hayden, or I'm sorry, Kieran.
I did 18 plus 9, which equals 27. And then I added the 10, which equals 37.
Okay, so you did 18 plus 9 is 27, plus 10 is 37. All right, Hayden, what about
I just took one away. You know the last strategy I did?
you?
I just took one away, so.
All right, so you remembered what you did last time and then subtracted 1. That's pretty good power of observation. All right. What about this one? 19 plus 17. Yeah, Hayden, I know what you're going to say.
36. It's 36.
Good, Nia. What's your strategy?
I just took away 2
Okay, give me some more. Took away 2 from what?
from the other 19.
Okay, so walk me through the math that you did.
Okay, so so I just like knew that I could like minus 2 from the 37 that we got earlier.
Okay,
Oh, minus 1
from the
from the
previous
30.
answer. Okay,
Yeah, and then like I minus 2, and then that's how I got the answer.
okay.
Did that make sense? Because I think I like said it like a whole different kind of.
I was a little bit lost. What was your starting point? What was the number was your starting point?
My starting point was the 19, and then
36.
Hey, Miss Honig, my own.
then
30.
Okay. All right, let's work through this. Anybody else have a different strategy than Nia? She told us an answer 36. Does anybody else have a different strategy?
Me?
Leia, I think I see your hand.
I took the 9 and 7 away from 19 and 17. And I did 10 plus 10 equals 20. And then 9 plus 7 equals 16. And then 20 plus 16 equals 36.
Okay, so you said I'm gonna separate these numbers out. I'm gonna break them apart. 10 plus 10 is 20. 9 plus 7 is 16, and 20 plus 16 is 36. Okay. It gets a little bit tricky to do the near doubles when you're talking about all right, when you're talking about getting farther away. Screen's all messed up. Okay, so, but if you think about 19 is very close to 20, 17 is only 3 away from 20, right? So 19 is 1 away, 17 is 3 away. If you said 20 plus 20 is 40, and then you backed off 4, right? You would get 36, right? Any of those strategies is absolutely great. I think that's the end of number talks for doubles and your doubles. Next time we'll use like 3-digit numbers to work on some mental math strategies with 3-digit numbers. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing that screen.
You were the only one. There was a lot more than that. Yeah, for about 2 minutes.
All right. Anyone have questions about, does anyone have questions about homework that they've been doing? I've gotten a couple of dojo messages just asking for information about where stuff is.
Questions.
Anybody have questions about homework? I'm gonna post our week 4 homework answers on YouTube shortly.
And you make sure that so you're gonna make 100 on the homework.
And so please check out YouTube for please check out YouTube for the answer keys. I work out the answers and you can check and see how things if what you're doing, if it matches what I'm doing. Another thing I was going to tell you and I completely forgot. It's what I get. Hey, Cedric. Hey, Cedric, how are you? I haven't gotten to see you. All right, he's not talking. I'm glad you're good. Do you know you're muted, right? You can unmute yourself or join with audio if you want, so you can talk to folks here in a little bit. Homework, YouTube channel, check it out. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. James, can I share what you did for your social studies science work that I just got like a couple days ago or yesterday?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so I love it when you guys sign on to your dojo and then you send me videos or pictures. It makes my heart happy. But I got a notice, I think it was yesterday, to go in and check James's portfolio. And he had done a video, just on his backyard about like the habitats and the environment and his little ecosystem, the question about the ecosystem work for science. It was really, he didn't have to write anything out. He just videoed and explained the answers to the questions. It was a really very creative, good idea. And I got to hear his voice and hear his explanation. So that's an idea. If you guys have gone in and set up your dojo portfolio and you want to, record an explanation, a little video back to me, that's absolutely fantastic. It was a great idea he had, or maybe his mom had, I'm not sure, but I'll give kudos to whoever it was.
It was me.
Good job. So Cedric, I see your question. I can try. Okay, anybody else have questions for me? Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna unmute you all. So y'all, you can either turn your video on or you can not, that's up to you. I'm gonna step away and do some work and y'all can just chat and catch up. Okay?
Yeah, you can finally
So
talk.
I'm gonna also stop recording